And then guys, today I will show you our most standard model, which is a shirt model, which is one of the models that you like the most too. This is the one that is happening to you on the screen. It's a really cool model. And as always, with great quality. Below, we'll have the link for you to access our 3D models. It's always that you download 3D model. You will receive this file here, which is a file zipped, remembering that for you to unpack the files, you have to have the WinRAR program. So you search on Google, download, install it, it's free. Then you'll be able to push the button right on file and click here on extract here. To be able to actually extract this file, we'll have generated a new folder. This compressed file of ours, and this one, now it's the file we'll be using. What is the uncompressed file? Just wait here to finish. Thanks to the decompaction, we can open this folder. Now in every 3D model works the same way. There are two folders that you won't move. We also have this file, is that it will open in the Blender that is 3D. And that file you can open in Photoshop, or you can also open in Photopea, that is an online editor that you can use for free. It also accepts files, PSD, so you can edit too, online without having Photoshop. The Blender for you to download is through the official website. The software is free, so you have no cost, right, with this tool too. Let's open this file first, here in Photoshop. Once you open in Photoshop, that's what you're going to see. Basically, here the shirt is sliced, then has the front behind the shirt. It's left and right down here. So here you will position your design. We will have her location references, front and back, left and right. You can turn it off and on. Is using this eye here in Photoshop to people. There is also a test here that you can delete. This test that we made just right for you to see if the model is working, is applying right. But you can delete if you want. We also have the color of our model here. So if you two click on that color, you can be changing for the color you want. Let's leave it blank for now. I'll give you an OK and reconnect the references here in the folder. I'm also going to open it for you to see the 3D t-shirt, which is our Blender file that you will open with 3D software. This is what you're going to get inside the Blender. Here you don't need to know about 3D. You don't need to know about this tool. Stay calm. Everything is ready here. We can already see our model here, right? It doesn't have the texture because we haven't edited it in Photoshop yet. Let's go back to Photoshop and we are going to put our design here. Now here I have a folder with various designs already to facilitate. So we basically go take one of these designs here and drag it to Photoshop. For example, I'll get this one. I'll put him in front of the shirt. I can already turn off the references here. I already know this is the front. So we are going to put this design here in front of our model. Let's get this other design and put behind our 3D model. So we already have the front and back here. I'll take this other design and put it up my sleeves as well. I will put once here. I will duplicate this layer and also put on the other sleeve. So fast. We have already applied our design here. We can also change the color of our t-shirt. So click here on the color. I'm going to put here an almost brown color. And I'm going to put the prints here on a light beige. So I'm going to put all the prints here with this beige one. I finished here the additions I wanted to do. Now we will come here in File, and we'll save this file in Photoshop. Very important, you save them. Done this to us. Come back here to the Blender. If you haven't opened yet, you can open 3D model here. Here it will be without texture. We have to link the texture here of our model. So you click on that last ball, that he will bind the texture here. We can already see that our t-shirt here with our print that we have obtained, we can see ahead. And if we click with the mouse scroll, click and drag, we can already see it too. Behind the shirt, the sleeves, right? We can scroll here too, to be able to see a little closer or a little further afield. Okay, we can see right now. I liked it a lot, but let's say I want to do an addition. I want to put something else, or I want to change the color of our model. It's very easy. You come back in Photoshop. You can also reopen the file here. Already has the changes. Here I will put a very different color, just so you can see the change being made. So I'll put it here in a black color anyway. I will give an OK. And here I will have to go to Save File again. Have to save this file. Back to Blender. Now I turn off the texture for update. And I call the texture again here on the last ball and ready. We can already see that now the shirt is all ready. It's in black and with the print we defined. I'm going back to this color that we had defined before I will save again. And put here the texture in the Blender again. Ready now here in brown color. Here in the selected Blender, a black background color. We can also exchange this. We will come here in the layers of the Blender. On this BG up here, go to this option below material. Click here on the color base, turn it up to white. Then we already left it in white, which is in the studio style. Clicking here again, we already have the colors, so you can drag it to any color you want. Let's say you want to render here in light brown. we can drag until we find this light brown. Oh, for example, this color here. So you can set it here in the color chart. I want to leave it in white. So I'll just reset the saturation here for us to go back to white again. Well, then we set up the background color, all correct the way we want it. Here also an additional thing. You can click on this camera here on the blender to go back to visualization. Where will it be rendered? Let's configure where the file will be saved. You will come at this third option. What is the file output? Here you can configure file resolution size. It is already configured for social media, vertically. If you want, you can change it. Just set the size in pixel here. So here, in 1080 by 1920, we will click here on the file output. You will click on this folder, and here is where you will define where you are going to save the file. I will select my desktop. I'm coming here on render video. Which folder am I going to select? And put here brown t-shirt. I put brown t-shirt here. I have to put the name here beauty. Click here on accept. Ready now. It's just we came here in render and render animation. And now just wait for the rendering process. We'll keep here our rendering. If I came now close here and came here in the folder, render video, you will already have the file here of the brown t-shirt. You can open is already here. So our 3D model animated with our print, with our design that we defined in high quality, and we didn't ask. Here in the description of this video, we'll have the link with the website with all our 3D models. Take a look at our options.